Is this thing on?
Aloha YouTube world. Hope everybody's doing well. Firstly, thank you to all of you who continue to support me in my voyages. Today's video is one of several update videos. I've been very busy the past several months. It's been a wild roller coaster. With that being said, I've been long overdue for an update. I wasn't trying to make a 20-minute update video, so I'm breaking down into different videos. I just have so much to share, so much positivity. Hopefully this positivity reflect onto you and bring you some sun and shine and aloha. Well, first things first, this right here, Hale e Perez. Now the term Hale, it translates to English as house. I don't own a house. This is a room within a house, but this is my space. This is A Perez headquarters here on Oahu, here in Hawaii. This place is everything I could ask for. This is perfect for me, and I'm gonna show you. The room isn't that big, but for Hawaii standards, namely in Honolulu, rooms are generally pretty small. This room, the size for me, I don't own much, and I'm fairly minimalistic. I think that reflects in my travels when I carry a backpack. I don't really have much, so the space in this room is pretty big. There's a few cosmetic things I need to add, like there's some travel pictures I want to put up, pictures of my family. The things I want to put on my walls are generally up, but most importantly, I've got a decent sized work desk where I can work on YouTube videos, I can work on all my content, and that was probably the most important thing, is having space to work. I don't have all my travels with me, as most of the things I've collected in my travels are back on the mainland with my mom. Behind me is a gift travel map with pins. Inside of them, one of my favorite things to collect that I've collected since day one of travel is postcards. It's a fairly simple room. It's really nothing too crazy. The thing that's most important to me is to be able to walk into your room, to be generally happy, like this is your space. I get off work, I come in through the door, and I'm happy. Now, don't mind the pink mirror. That was one of the things that came with the room. Let's take a short tour. So this is my kitchen. There's really nothing too crazy. And then at the end is the bathroom. I have one roommate here and one roommate here. As you can see, coffee is of great importance in my life. My living situation is much more expensive than my last, and I told myself, if I move here, the cost to me is having to get a second job to meet the demands of the expenses of this place. Cool thing is, my jobs are only 7 blocks away. I can walk there in 20 minutes. I just recently got my car shipped from the mainland, which I'll make a separate update video on. Is $800 a month, which is like the average for a room here in Hawaii. But what I get is a decent sized room, electricity is covered, water, sewage, and most importantly for me and my YouTube channel, Wi-Fi. The one thing that I was most sold on was having not just a private entry, but having my own lanai, my own little area to relax on right outside my door. I have coffee and breakfast, put on some music, and it's so chill. I'm such a laid back guy. I can literally go to a country, arrive, and be like, sup, and just figure it out. And in contrast to that, I can literally come home, sit outside, have a beer, put on a movie later on, and call it a day. This is my place, this is my hale. I'm super happy, I'm excited. It's everything I need for my, not just for myself, but for my content, my channel, and the space I need to get things going, moving, get the gears going for my channel. I'm happy. Now, what does this mean for my travels? What does this mean for future travels? Just travel, period. I had a plan to travel the Pacific Islands in Australia. That was cut short because of COVID. I'm not holding my breath on any international travel, at least immediately. As much as I want to, I'm not gonna leave myself to disappointment for at least the next 6 months. If things start to look up in the world, I will more than likely start planning a week to a month-long trip somewhere internationally, somewhere within the range of Hawaii. I'm not exactly sure, but I definitely look forward to doing it. I mean, I miss travel. I'm sure you do too. As far as short-term goes, within the next several months, I'm hoping to do a couple or several inter-island trips. A trip that was canceled last year was flying my dad to Hawaii to give my dad a break from work, and also to be reunited with my dad. The pandemic canceled that trip, and it's been long overdue to reschedule that. When that time comes, I'll be really excited to have him here. Maybe next year when things open up, I'll more than likely try to take a month to a couple month long trip around different parts of the Pacific Islands. There's a chance that I can make it to the mainland, take some trips in the mainland. Recently, I've been thinking of Alaska because there are a lot of Japanese that visit Hawaii, and because there's a long history of Japanese in Hawaii. Japan has grown to the top of my list really fast and has grown my curiosity. So if Japan opens up, there could be a chance that I try to visit Japan. There are a number of places I want to visit. I'm not exactly sure how I'll go about doing this, but it doesn't hurt to look forward to it, to try to plan. There will come a time where I will literally want to drop everything, sell everything, and put home behind like I've done twice already. Take an extended trip, extended backpacking trip. Coming back to my hale, I'm very happy here. I'm very happy with my life. My biggest goal, and I've said in previous updates, is to find more sustainability in my content, my YouTube, my blog. I really enjoy doing this. But unfortunately at the moment, it's something I do on the side as it doesn't present a set amount of income to do this full-on, full-time. The goal is to do this full-time. In the next year, my goal and focus is to up the ante, make this all, work for me. I'm not all about money. I'm not doing this for money. I do this because I enjoy it, but I am hoping to do this full-time. I will say, and I'm not ashamed to share a feeling. And with my own personal circumstances in my life recently and just how this pandemic has raged on, it's been detrimental. I will say that I do feel a little lost. Probably the most lost I've ever felt ever since I started traveling. But the cool thing is I feel very optimistic on that feeling of being lost. And that's good because being lost allows you to find yourself. But I'm really excited for the journey ahead in finding myself. And because I have a YouTube channel, I'm excited to share with you. And of course, hopefully inspire you. Thanks for joining me. I hope you enjoy my little virtual tour of my hale. I have plenty other updates to share as there's just so much to share. And mahalo for spending time with me. Until next time, ahui ho. Aloha.